Hi, my name is Perozo. I'm currently a student at Monroe Community College taking Professor Tippett's course in business communication. As a final assignment, we were asked to make a proposal of a project or activity which we would like to see done somewhere. Before I get on with my proposal, I would like you to know a little bit more about myself. As I said, my name is Jose Perozo. I'm Dominican, born and raised. I'm currently a student in Rochester Institute of Technology with a double major in economics and finance. But surprisingly so, my project is not starting a bank, but it's a bit of a more environmentally aware kind of corporation, which I would like to see done as part of a business line in one of my father's companies. So, without further ado, my project is basically a paper waste recycling plant that will be based in the Dominican Republic. What do I mean by paper waste recycling? Well, the first thing you should know about it is what molded pulp is. Molded pulp is a packaging material made from recycled paperboard and newsprint, basically. Its most well-known commercial application is the manufacturing of egg trays. So basically every single or most egg trays you have seen actually come from this material. It looks a little bit like cardboard, but it's not. It's actually a distinct kind of material. It comes with a different industrial process, and the good thing is it's made entirely from recycled stuff. So it can also be used to package consumer electronics and basically any other type of products. You've probably received an iPhone or a BlackBerry or I don't know, microwave that has come in molded pulp. You just don't know what the material itself is. But it can definitely be very useful. It performs admirably well in stress tests and crash tests. So it has become a material of choice. Well, that and styrofoam, but styrofoam is not really environmentally friendly because even though it can be recycled, it's very inefficient economically to actually recycle. It would take, like, let's see, the entire MCC worth of, styrofoam to actually make $1 million. So it's definitely not a good idea to recycle styrofoam, and that will stay there for 1,000 years before it actually decays into something, that's not there, visible. It's like plastic. It's like the worst thing for the environment possible. That's why we should focus on sustainable packaging. Countries like the United States, the European Union, Japan, and others have already started moving away from styrofoams and plastics and moving towards recycled materials such as molded pulp and others. So basically this is my idea, to get all the recycled paper waste, or a lot of the paper waste that is currently produced in the Dominican Republic, and make something useful of it, whether it's egg trays or other type of packaging containers for consumer electronics or others. You should also know a bit about the Dominican Republic. The DR is a middle-income country. It has about 9 million people. It's a middle-income country, definitely. It's still not developed, but it's getting there. Its main industries are tourism and telecommunications. It's also a very big one. Agriculture also takes a lot of the workforce. Our idea is to create, as we said, a paper waste recycling plant in Santo Domingo to create egg trays and other packaging solutions using the paper waste currently being produced in the country. We already have contacted several suppliers and settled on one from China. For privacy reasons, we cannot divulge the name of our supplier, but we can definitely say that they've done a very good job in making us feel like their product is worth it. We've contacted suppliers from India, the United States, Canada, and we think that the machinery that this Chinese gentleman have provided us are actually the best price to quality ratio we have seen so far. Well, this is interesting. This is the process by which you take paperboard and you take newsprint and you turn it into molded pulp. Um, so you basically take the material, you get like basically a very large grinder that's called a pulper. You screen, provide. Then you package. Well, oh, sorry about that. You form it into whatever shape you want it to be. Then you heat it. You can either use like an oven or a hot press to actually do this. Most people use ovens. Here we have it shown as a hot press. Well, no, actually, sorry. Here's the drying. You dry it, and then you use the heat press. The heat press will just make it look better. It's not really a necessary step. A lot of people do it though. The product will definitely look prettier, but it is not really more functional because it's prettier. It's cheaper if you don't use the heat press. Then you need to inspect here in the end to make sure that you're not turning in any defective products. That's definitely not a good idea business-wise. It can be very expensive. So, regarding the financials of the project, we are a company and we definitely want to see the black numbers on the screen when we check out our financials. We do not want to see red. So we have done several financial runs to actually make sure whether this can be a profitable opportunity or not. We are an environmentally aware company, but let's face it, we're still businessmen. The project will cost a little over $1 million to develop. That includes machinery, location, working capital, etc. And the net present value, as we have calculated of the project, that is the discounted cash flows, the cash flows of the project or the life of the project, discounted to present, is a little over $1.2 million. In business terms, an NPV of 0 is still a doable project. If you have an NPV of 0, that just means that it's as good as your other best alternative. So this is a lot better than the other best alternative. The internal rate of return is over 50% also. The internal rate of return is as not to confuse you, it's the discount rate you use in the NPV project, which makes the net present value 0. So in other words, I would need to have a project or an alternative that supplies me with a 50% rate of profit yearly, so that the net present value of this project is 0. It's a matter of alternative. There's a lot of profit potential definitely within this type of business. As our first business line, we intend to use egg trays, but that can grow from there into a whole variety of other products. Fruit trays for exporting have been a possibility we have definitely looked into. Packaging materials for consumer electronics is another possibility we have looked into. Some other possibilities, which are a bit more far-fetched, they're a bit avant-garde, so to speak, are tableware. You can use like food containers which are made of molded pulp. If you use enough anti-water additive, you can do so, but you need a source of raw material that is not actually paper waste. You would need something like bamboo. This kind of stuff is very avant-garde, and it's only been done in China and other countries which actually manufacture bamboo. But we've definitely looked at it as a potential business for the future. So, so far that's it for my proposal. I thank you very much for your time, and I hope you have a very nice holiday. Thank you very much. I'm Perozo, saying goodbye, and have a good day, America.